Welcome back to Second Star to the Left. I'm Michelle, and this is my daughter, Billie.
Hi.
And here's where we'll share board game reviews, ramblings, and a few wrong turns along the scenic route. So, as you can probably tell from the title, we bought a lot of games. And turns out that no buy challenge kind of crept up on us. And there were just so many games that we were looking at, we couldn't help ourselves. Plus, October was an exceptionally long month, right? It was. Let's start with the total numbers of games played for the month. We played 42 plays of 27 games. 13 of those were new to us. And that means 14 of those games came off our shelves. That's not too bad. It's a decent mix of new games and old games. We also played a bunch of games on Board Game Arena and tried out a few new games there as well. One of which, Res Arcana, we bought right away.
It was very nearly my favorite game this month.
Yeah, it was really fun. So it's coming. Be here today,
I didn't even know we were going to play it.
Yeah, Billie thought Res Arcana was going to be Terra Mystica and was very surprised when we logged in and there were cards everywhere. But no, we had a really good time with that one.
But I loved it.
Big thank you to Jeff and Jamie for teaching us how to play, and less of a thank you for teaching Billie how to win our first game. Whatever. I can't say enough how much I appreciate being able to go on and play a game with friends whenever the mood strikes, since there's only 2 of us here. We've even hopped into playing Root a little, not well, and we're still relearning after playing in person years ago. It's a work in progress, but we get to play with more than 2 people. If you're looking to play some games online, there are always good people available over at the Discord that Foster the Meeple and Table Knots started, and I'll throw the link down below. Do you have a favorite game we played this month?
I think it's probably Horrified American Monsters, but Res Arcana was really close.
It was really good,
it was
right?
Surprise hit.
And it snuck in under the wire on the last day of the month. I think I have a few. I mean, we focused on spooky games for most of the month, so that's what came to the table. Even though we did play a few others, I think for me, my top 3 would be Horrified American Monsters, and Night Cage, and then Whirling Witchcraft. So all my 3 were spooky, but still. I'd actually love to spend more time with all of these, and I don't think they're limited to spooky month, even though we'll probably play them more then. We've talked a lot about Horrified American Monsters and even had a bit of a vote about which mini Billie should paint in our video. If you didn't see our trick or treat video that we did with Foster the Meeple, go and have a watch. That's where we announced which mini Billie would paint. So, which mini are you going to paint?
The Banshee of the Badlands. It got the most votes, and it looks like a really nice, straightforward place to start.
Hopefully you'll get that rolling soon, right?
Yeah, I just need to clear up my workspace a little bit before I can start.
Especially since I might have talked my way into painting the minis from Vast Mysterious Manor. Yikes. Looks like we have a lot of painting coming up, or at least Billie does, and maybe I do.
I'm only going to help with the doors and chests and such. You gotta do all the characters.
Yeah. We've also spent a lot of time talking about Night Cage in other videos, and if you haven't checked this one out and you like tile placement games or co-op games or just a good spooky game, have a look at this one. That leaves Whirling Witchcraft, which we hadn't played before our last video. This charming little engine builder didn't arrive until later in the month, so we barely snuck it in, but the idea of this one is to build an engine out of spell cards that produces ingredients, and mandrakes, toads, spiders, typical witch fare. But while you're creating these spells and creating combos with your cards, you're watching your opponent's workbench and trying to send them all the ingredients that will overflow their supplies. Anything that overflows on their board is yours to keep. Get 5 and you win. A lot of this is taking place simultaneously, so it has that added bonus of feeling a little bit more chaotic. Plus, it's just pretty. The art, the colors, the cauldrons, which someone flips when they have a little temper tantrum from losing.
Nah.
Yeah. We just really like this one, and we're going to keep playing it even when it's not spooky season. Okay. Let's get to it. Remember that no buy challenge in August and September? We did really well. But during the whole thing, we were keeping track of games that we might want to buy. I'm not going to say that the challenge didn't work. We avoided a lot of impulse buys. But October happened. So much October happened. Here's the totals. And I'm not sure whether we should be counting what we bought during October, what came in during the month, what we pre-ordered, but 16 new games came in this month. To be fair, that counts some Kickstarter fulfillments that arrived this month. But also, to be fair, we pre-ordered Obsession, all of it, and we ordered Land and Sea, and we late backed Tiny Epic Dungeons, and backed 14 Kickstarters. Yeah, 14.
Land and Sea?
What?
Land and Sea?
Yeah, the one with the little tiles and you're just connecting the big patches.
Oh, yeah!
Yeah. See,
that looked really fun.
We forget what we ordered.
I genuinely forgot.
Seriously, I get notifications that are like, your game shipped. And I go, whoa, we bought that.
It's like a present from your past self.
My past self should have stopped buying games. October 1st feels like it was months away. So here's what came in this month. The thing is, almost none of these were impulse buys. And the one that was, I'm not so sure we love. We need to learn our lesson with impulse purchases.
We never will, though.
No, we probably never will. Pen is a little card game with an auction mechanism that came highly recommended from like 1 million people, right? It's very possible that because we've only been able to play it at 2, it just falls flat. So we're going to hold on to it a little bit longer just to see if playing it with more people will make it more fun. But this is an impulse buy, maybe should have sat on the list a little bit longer. But it's also a small box game, so I don't feel that bad.
And it's not necessarily a bad game.
No.
I just think it didn't click with us, really.
No, gonna play a card game. Want to play this or Res Arcana?
Res Arcana.
There you go. So maybe, we don't know yet. Maybe with more people it'll be better. I'm gonna hand these to you.
Yeah, okay.
I'm stuck behind this barrier wall. One of the first things I did on October 1st was order a whole bunch of new Button Shy games and expansions, and then also...
I believe you did that October 1st, like 12:01 a.m.
I did, like 12:01 a.m. I also joined their Game of the Month club, so we'll be getting a little wallet game every month.
The gift that keeps on giving all year round.
Right, and also the Skulls of Sedlec expansion is on Kickstarter right now, and you can pick up the whole thing, and it ends... As of when this video airs, it ends in 3 days. So hop over and have a look. It's a little card drafting, pattern building game. You're digging up skulls and you're setting them up so that all the skulls will be happy with who they're next to. The kings they want to be above their peasants. And it sounds really dark, but it's a lot of fun. I've been playing it solo because Billie hasn't played it with me yet.
Hey.
Don't hate me. You didn't play. But I really like this one, and I'm all in for any expansion that they're going to put out.
It's adorably macabre.
It is. It really is. So stack some skulls. I also picked up a couple of others, including Death Valley, that I had been eyeing up for a long time, which is just a little road trip along Route 66. The colors are great. The puzzle of it is fun. I love all the wallet games. Obviously, I'm just going to keep promoting Button Shy. So if you haven't checked them out, go and check them out. Billie's going to want me to talk about this one next.
Yes.
B Movies, which is a little card game about making a bad B movie.
Just take it out of the sleeve.
And getting it approved. And check this thing out. Wait, can I get it out of the sleeve here? It looks like a little VHS tape. Everything about the production of this is spectacular. We really want to play this. We do have a problem where it's a 3-player or more game. It's just hard, although we're going to try and talk my sister into playing tomorrow. We'll see. We're letting her choose the game.
Sure, she can choose.
But we're really looking forward to this one, especially Billie. We love this theme, so hopefully we'll get to play it really soon. We're definitely happy that we backed this one on Kickstarter. Didn't buy it this month, Back to this one on Kickstarter. It just showed up this month.
We'll have to put on a Mystery Science Theater marathon in the background.
Okay, what do we have next? Oh, Paper Dungeons, which is a what do they call it? A dungeon scrawler game, which is like a D&D dungeon crawl roll and write. I liked this one a lot. Billie hasn't played it yet. We were playing a whole lot of spooky things, and Billie informed me that D&D games don't count as spooky games necessarily, so we'll get to this one this month together.
They can be spooky, but they're not inherently spooky.
This was spooky. I was in a dungeon. Whatever. I like this one. It's a nice, light roll and write game, and Billie likes the theme, so I'm hoping that I can drag her into playing this one more. Speaking of roll and writes, dinosaurs! Dinosaur Island Roar and Write arrived this month, along with Dinosaur World from the Kickstarter campaign. We helped playtest this one when it was first being developed, and I love this. We haven't put it on the table in its physical form yet. We've only played on Tabletop Simulator. This one will get a lot of play, and it's a little bit heavy for a roll and write, both, the box and the weight of the game. But it feels like you're playing one of the Dinosaur Island, Dinosaur World games in just a pared down roll and write dice version. So I can't wait to play a lot of this one. I think we can get a lot of people to play this one because, dinosaurs.
Who doesn't love dinosaurs?
Probably the people at the park when they escape.
No, they still love them. They're just like, oh no, I couldn't think of a joke in time.
We got Horrified, which we have talked about so much, and there's good reason for that. Like I said, this one's going to be my favorite of the two. It won't replace the Universal Monsters version. We'll still play that one, but if I have to pull one out, it's probably going to be this one. And Billie's going to paint the Millie.
Billie's going to paint the Millie.
Billie's going to paint the Minnie, so watch out for that video. Bosk. We bought Bosk because it's beautiful, and because it looks like fall, and because Doolin made us. No, because Doolin over at Table Knots loves this game, and as soon as we saw it, we thought the theme was really good, and he highly recommends it. So this is on the schedule for this week. So hopefully we'll be playing some fall games in the fall.
It's so pretty.
It is beautiful. Little trees, leaves, a squirrel. It's all good. Another Kickstarter that came is Animals in Espionage. It's a little secret identity game, but it's for 2 players, and you don't see those very often. So we're really excited to play this one because you just don't find a lot of 2-player secret identity games, and it's animals being spies. So this one we backed the second we saw it. We'll keep you posted how it actually plays, but we were really excited to play it. Yeah, a thumbs up from the snarky voice in the corner. We also picked up Rolling Realms. This game takes place in the world of Stonemaier games. So each card represents a different Stonemaier game. And you're filling in all the requirements on the cards. You can shuffle through them, so you're using different games for each round. I'm having a lot of fun with it. Billie, once again, is not playing with me with this one. I don't know if... cracking yourself up over there?
Yeah.
I don't know if you're just not a huge fan of roll and writes or you just don't want to play any more games. That can't be it.
I hate board games.
Billie hates board games. We're going to change the name of the channel to that. On here, but that's a good one. If you haven't tried it, give it a try. This is one that has been on our wish list forever, and despite some naysayers, you know who you are, so many people count this as their favorite game, and I really like the theme, the kind of reverse colonization. So we're excited to learn each of the spirits and give it a try. You can see, though, it's still in shrink wrap because it came during Spooky Month, and we didn't get a chance to open this one up. But I want to spend a lot of time trying to learn this one, so maybe we can beat the game. I heard it's really hard, though. Another giant game, Dinosaur World, showed up when we got the Roaring Right. This is part of that Kickstarter package. I'm really excited to play this one. I've got it all popped out. I set it up on the table, read all the rules, so hopefully this one will get to the table really soon. I think what's going to happen is this will probably replace Dinosaur Island for us. We'll see. Apparently this is more of a tile placement game, and that's
your jam.
That's my jam. So we'll probably wind up keeping this one and not Dinosaur Island, but we're going to compare and then see if there's room for both or if we just really like Jeeples.
Jeeples!
Alright, put that one over there. We're just rolling through them.
I'm just gonna put this one here.
Because we have so
you
many
can't
games.
see it, right?
We got Whirling Witchcraft, which we talked about, and I think this is actually what we're going to play with Sandra tomorrow, and not be movies.
We could play both. We could play two things.
Oh, from the person who wouldn't play Roll and Rights with me. Oh, we could play two things. So we might play this one tomorrow. This is just really adorable. Super glad we picked this one up when we did. Same with Night Cage, only without the adorable. Really glad we picked this one up during Spooky Month. We've talked a million times about that. And the last one, look, we're on the last one. The last one we picked up during Spooky Month, which wasn't spooky, is Galaxy Trucker. Somehow, we always passed this game by. I don't know what I thought it was. Maybe I thought it was more like realistic space travel. I don't know.
With a cover like that?
Well, I don't know. I never really paid attention. And it's an older game, and I think we just kind of blew it off for a while. But it is definitely, I think it's one of Shut Up and Sit Down's favorite games, and we finally caved and bought it, and oh my gosh, it's adorable. I like the idea of building this horrifically bad spaceship in a race to get parts so that other people have to build an even worse spaceship that you then launch into space, and it is attacked and just kind of falls apart as you fly through space. I mean, I guess the idea is for your ship not to fall apart when you're flying through space, but we're not that good at building spaceships. So far, we've only played the lower level of this, but I think this one's going to be a big hit here. Just theme and mechanics and everything. It's easy and it's quick and it's really fun. And Billie is still sulking just off screen because I said she doesn't play Roll and Rights, and she said
I played with you one on Saturday.
What did we play on Saturday? Oh, we played Cartographers.
Yeah.
Fine. So, but you can see there was a pattern, right? Of I played this one solo. I played this one solo. So I'm just saying, if you like Roll and Rights, you better, prove it. By the way, this is not a Roll and Ride. Billie is just still sulking. So those are the games that came in during the month of October. Our Kickstarters? That's another story. Most of them we really did our research on. We did. But some were just FOMO. We just didn't want to miss out. Monsdrawsity and the Skulls of Sedlec expansions were inevitable. Monsdrawsity is our current favorite party game, and an expansion where Shut Up and Sit Down drew some of the cards. Along with other board game artists, that was going to be an automatic back from us. Love this little game, and it always makes us laugh, and non-gamers like to play it. It's a huge hit. And as always, we will back, support, play, promote Button Shy. So obviously, like we talked about, we backed the Skulls of Sedlec expansion. We backed Paint the Roses, an Alice in Wonderland 2 to 5 player deduction game. Again, they had me at a deduction game that could be played at 2 players. You're trying to get the other players to guess a combination of color and shapes represented by flowers and card suits, and all the while the Red Queen is speeding around the edge of the garden trying to catch you. We've watched a number of reviews and playthroughs, and this is one we're really excited for. One of the other small things we backed was an updated and expanded second version of Questlandia. This one is an all Billie backing because it's an RPG, but she's very, very excited about this. It's a cooperative storytelling game that's good for either new or experienced players, so Billie keeps telling me.
Mm-hmm.
And what's going to be what's different about the second version, do you know?
It's actually coming with 2-player rules.
Oh, good. 2-player rules.
Uh-huh.
Well, as soon as you play some Roll and Rights, maybe we'll see. But Billie's very excited. Also, the authors of this are super good people, so we're happy to back them and support them on Kickstarter. Billie's really excited for this one to show up.
We can put a link in the description.
Is it still live on Kickstarter?
Yeah.
Okay, we will put a link in the description for anyone else who thinks that RPGs are a really good thing to play.
Plus, all the art is just adorable.
We backed a few bigger games like Mythwind and Beast, and an adorable game called Bardwood Grove that was based on music. I couldn't pass up a game that actually featured music and musical terms as a major mechanic. One review we saw said that it was nice there was a game that wasn't all about attacking and that you even tried to make the monsters happy. I liked that. And the game is beautiful, so we're kind of excited for a musical game. Oh, speaking of critters, monsters, critters, whatever, we also ordered Air, Land, and Sea Critters at War. I am not a fan of military games, but we've always heard really good things about the 2-player card battle game Air, Land, and Sea. The theme was just always a deterrent for us, but slap some critters on there and yep, we're in. But you have a buying problem when you get a shipping notification and you have completely forgotten that you pulled the trigger and ordered that one. Yeah, that happened. So, yay, it's getting delivered soon. So what are we going to do to make sure that this buying spree slows down? Besides just run out of money. We can't keep adding games to the unplayed games shelf. We are going to run out of space on our shelves. And, we did play a lot of the games that came in this month. And if you divide the total of games we bought over August and September and October, it's still a lot. We are going to cull a decent number of games this month. We're at 10 games out this month, and that's not too bad. The stack of games leaving this month is much more than last month because it was 0. And most of them are good games that we just never play. A few are games we wish we liked more, and some are just games that have been replaced by others that do the same thing but better. I'm not up for another no-buy ban, and the holidays are coming, so it's pretty much inevitable that we're going to buy games. Since we're heading into November, I thought we'd do a Be Thankful for Your Shelves challenge. For every new game that we either play or buy, we will play a game from our shelves. This way, the draw of the new will be balanced out a little bit, and we'll get to replay games that we haven't played for a while. If you want to join us, keep a list, give it a try, let us know in the comments. Let's see how we all do. We're also changing our video days to Tuesdays and Fridays instead of Mondays and Fridays to give ourselves a little more time to record. Whew, okay, that was October. We fell off that no-buy challenge hard, but we also got some really good new games, and we got to play a lot of really fun, spooky games. How did everybody else do? Did you get to play a lot of spooky games? Did you try anything new? Let us know in the comments. Thanks for watching. If you like what you see,
or if you want to keep watching until we get one right,
please like, subscribe, and share. If you want to find us elsewhere on social media, all the links will be down below. As always, open tables, open minds, and play your shelves. Are there any of these you haven't played that you really want to play?
B-movies.
Any others?
B-movies.
Okay, but we can't play that because you need 3 people.
B-movies. Well, while we wait for the garbage truck to go by, do you want to play B-movies?
Dolls. And we also picked up Antinomy.
Antimony. Antinomy.
Don't make me say this.
Words are hard.
We also picked up a couple of others.
We also picked up this one.
Including, it speaks to us for... Nope.
My brain melted.
My brain did melt. Just don't see 2-player.
There are no 2-player games out there. This is the first one. It is revolutionary.